Morning. It is currently Wednesday morning. It is currently the day after my birthday. We're just about to head out to go get a coffee. I want to get some Instagram pics as well, so we're gonna take those, and then we're also going to drop off a bit of my birthday cake to the grandparents. And yeah, so when we get back, we will sit down, have a big catch up, have a cup of tea. I'll show you some of my gifts that I got for my birthday. Mainly it was just money, but I did get a few little things from my sister, from my mum and my dad, and yes. Now heading over to the grandparents' house. My Instagram pic, I have, sorry, a bit of hairs in my face. We've got a coffee, and China got a salted caramel.
No.
Wow.
Biscoff.
Okay, Biscoff. It's the same thing, to be honest. I went to pay, my card wouldn't work on my phone, so I was like, oh my god, this is so embarrassing. Then I thought I'd try my card, so I tried my card, tapped on it, it wouldn't go through. When I left this morning, I double checked if I got enough money in my bank, just in case, because you know what could happen. I might have overspent once, and it's all just like slowly coming out of my bank. But she bought anything recently, which costed quite a lot of money. So money in my bank for the transaction. So I don't know why it wasn't going through. Their grandparents to have, as I said, that's why we're going over. We're just a bit worried that they might have popped out, but we're hoping they haven't. I cut the cake one slice a little bit too big, so now we've got half a cake. Like, we've got a little bit less than I wanted to have. Like, I wanted to have a few more pieces, because the cake, I don't know why, but Mum's cakes now are really, like, good. There has been a few occasions when it hasn't turned out that good, but that is obviously just because I don't know, she might have made a mistake in something or whatever, but the majority of the time, especially, and also when Charlie makes her cakes, when Charlie makes cakes or any kind of food, it is lush. One of my favourite things that she's done was her bread rolls, which she did at college, still getting used to say college instead of school, and her cookies, which you did do it was biscuits or cookies, it was one of the two, and they were really nice. Chocolate chips. But anyway, we're gonna go to the grandparents, and yeah, now arrived at the grandparents' house. Are they in? No, they normally go to this meeting on a Wednesday, but I didn't realise it was today because it's not every Wednesday. And we normally do sometimes phone ahead on a Wednesday if we are like popping over, but today we just thought, as normal, we'll just go over and just surprise them, if that makes sense, because we can go over whenever we want, but they are not in. So I wish now we actually phoned ahead to see if they are in, for no reason, because we wanted to get back early enough so we can also have lunch, so we can get Mum's lunch all done, and so we're not out for very long. Also, my sister's got a hair appointment today, so we don't want to be at their house for ages and then trying to have to rush to the hairdressers. But yes. Good afternoon. We are now home. As I said, grandparents wasn't in, so we just walked home. We've had some lunch, and I have just managed to have some time to talk to you. We phoned the grandparents when I got Granddad to come say that we tried to pop over, but obviously they were out. So just to let them know that there is a piece of cake for both of them. We went over, back home, whilst we were eating lunch, and then halfway through our sitting outside chatting moment, Granddad phoned my phone. He phoned me a few times, but my phone is on mute because during the evening sometimes my phone goes into sleep mode and sometimes my phone doesn't go into sleep mode. I was still on my phone until like 11 o'clock. Sleep mode turns on at 10:30 and doesn't turn off until 7 o'clock. But like it got to 10:30 and I was still scrolling, so I just dismissed it, cancelled it, and continued like on my phone for another 30 minutes. And as I missed the chance to pop it back on, sometimes if I've popped it back on automatic on myself, it doesn't turn itself off automatically. You've got to then turn it off yourself, which sometimes I forget. So yeah, and I forgot to turn it back to mute. So he tried phoning me, but I didn't know. So once I noticed, I tried phoning him, and he tried phoning me, and it's just like this big old thing. Then he tried situation. And then he tried phoning my sister, but my sister doesn't have his phone number on his phone. Like she has a contact for him, but for some reason it's not. So she's got two. So she's got one with just the phone number, and then just one for it's like she did it through WhatsApp. We're gonna go upstairs, and I'm gonna show you all of my bits that I got for my birthday. I am actually wearing one of my t-shirts that I got for my birthday. So this is from Primark. I will leave the link to this top down below. So if you wanted to buy the bits that I show you, because majority of my stuff is either clothes, body bits, or like gift cards and cash. As I came into my bedroom, I thought I could show you some of my birthday gifts. This laptop case. Now I wanted a laptop case for ages, and it wasn't really a laptop case. Like it was, but it wasn't. Like it had a space for a laptop, but it wasn't like it was designed for a laptop, if that makes sense. Like I think it was literally just a little bag which you can keep things in. Like Mum and Dad, if they could get me a computer case. This one is called Mating, and I think it's quite a good one because it's got so many different pockets. So here this is where you can put maybe your wires, your mouse, whatever really is loose, and then in here is where you would put your laptop, and it's got this little strap. And then from my mum and dad, I also got this grey brownie. On camera, it looks very grey. In real life, it looks more brown / grey. Hence why I'm not too sure what the actual colour is. And I really love it. I love a sweatshirt. And it was actually really good because I've run out of my cream. My face wash. I've run out of my cream that I get. I've run out of the face scrub, which I sometimes use if I've had more of a breakout. I don't use this because I prefer a different brand, and I don't use the deodorants. I've currently got it. Like if it's leaves, if the one that I normally get is not on offer, sure, men or links. Uncle and aunt, they mainly got me a gift cards. They normally get me gift cards, but they got me these. I've opened it to see like what it is, like if it's one big pack of sweets or if it's like two little packets, because sometimes I've had it in the past where it's been two little packets, but it's one big pack this time. I've just got these Haribo Star Mix. Granddad, he bought me some Lindt white chocolate balls, which I'm really excited to try. No one else in the family loves white chocolate. I'll probably give a few to them, but majority of them are mine, which I can't wait because can't wait to have one in an evening with a cup of tea. Ted Baker, London, what's it called? like Travel Minis collection sets. The thing packaging thing came off, which tells you what it is. The box, oh my god, is so cute. I'm thinking of using this for storage, like in my drawers, medication in or something. Not gonna lie, I might reuse the tissue paper as well. With some hair and body, it comes with. I didn't know this was two different colours. I thought it. To be honest, when I showed Mum and looked at it to begin with, I just quickly scanned over it. I got some facial cleanser. I've also got some hydrating sheet masks and some more facial moisturiser, which also got two of these L'Oreal. I can't pronounce the company for some reason. And my sister knows that I love 7 Sweets is 1 second. Fruit pastels. I love Haribo. I love Haribo. I love fruit pastels. I love Skittles, especially the sour ones, or the ones with the goo in. Now, what else? I love what else? Jelly Baby. Just pops up. Picked up this white. Well, when she first saw it, she thought it was white, but it's actually cream. T-shirt from Primark. All my clothes are either depending on where you go. So some stores like H&M I can get into small, and some stores like Primark, it depends on what it is. Like some t-shirts are small, this one's small, and this one is an extra small, which I've tried on and it fits me. This one is a small again. So and this one is an extra small because no, it's a small, and this one's from Primark, H&M. I think I said Primark when I showed it to you, but so yeah, it does really depend on what shop I go in. So sometimes it's small, sometimes it's medium, sometimes it's an extra small. But yeah, I got one of these, and then she saw this long sleeve because I also asked for some extra long sleeves. I know we're coming into summer now, slash warmer weather because we are in spring. So I won't wear this for a few more months if we won't go to Scotland, because I'm going to take this with me to Scotland, just as an extra layer, just to be on the safe side, because Scotland can be a bit like chilly, if that makes sense. Like we've been a few times in October, and it's been a bit more colder than it was. I don't know if we were living in Wales at the time or here. For my birthday, I have to go to college on my birthday, which I don't actually mind, if that makes sense. Like, I would prefer having the day to myself, or having them. I didn't actually mind because it's only for 2 hours. Now, if it was for 9 a.m. to 4, then yeah, there might have been a bit of a moan. Like, I might not have enjoyed it as much, but as I was only in class for 2 hours at college for 2 hours, it's fine. So I cut my bath. I did my normal routine. I just did it a little bit more chilled. I literally, as soon as my mum went upstairs, after we were like discussing things like what I wanted to do this evening, the answer was I still don't know. When she went upstairs, I quickly did all the rest of the washing up, drying up. My mum did majority of it, because obviously I did say, could you make sure that I didn't have to do much, because I didn't really want to do much like washing up. I wanted to kind of have a little day off from it, if that makes sense. Like a little it's my birthday, I can do whatever I want. So my mum then did majority of it. All I had to do was just put a few things away, so I literally cracked on with that before I went to get myself ready. I got myself ready, and then around about, I just sat. I had like 2 hours before I needed to go catch my bus, because I was ready by 9 o'clock, and I just played on my phone, just read a bit, like replied to some of my people's messages on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, um, on Facebook, wish me a happy birthday, and then I caught my bus at 11 as normal, um, and then I just browsed around the shops for a few minutes. I didn't actually spend any of my birthday money. I want to wait into I've got a little bit more time, because if I see something, I want to make sure it fits me like 100%. I don't want to um, go in and it's not like get home and it doesn't fit me fully. That makes sense. So I didn't take any of my money. Plus, I only got my gift cards at the time. Um, my money, I think it's money from my granddad's. Because it's in an envelope and I haven't opened the envelope. What else? I went round. So when I got into town, I went to Costa, got myself a salted caramel frappe, and then I just walked around for a few shops. I didn't actually spend that long in the town centre. Like I normally spend, so I normally get in. It normally gets into 10 minutes or 5 minutes to 12. I will then obviously get to the main bit that I want to go to. By the time I get to that main bit, it's about like 12. It's about 12 o'clock. Well, just or maybe just gone. And then by the time I've walked around, had a look around, then walked over to the other bit and had another quick look around. It's coming up to like 12:30, 12:40 at the latest. And I like to be at college by 10 minutes to 1, just to give me enough time to obviously eat my sandwich, because I take a packed lunch with me to college. I just find it so much easier, and it's cheaper as well, because the canteen, the food is great apparently, because I've always had a packed lunch. I've never bought anything, like even at school I've never had. The only time I've had dinners, like school dinners, is when we had the work done to the house that we were living in at the time. Um, but so anyway, the food at college is not the best. Like the pasta is okay, depending on if it's fresh or not. Like if you've when I mean fresh, like all the food that they cook that day is fresh. But like if you get there when it's just first opened and it's first like pretty much when it's been first like being when you're the first like few people, because it is like it's really thick, it's really nice, but then after a while it goes a little bit cool, it goes a bit like watery, which they stir constantly to keep it like together, but it's not typically that nice. The pizzas, I find people say they're a bit greasy. Again, depending on when you've gone. So most people go out to the nearest shop to go to, and go to the nearest shop or to Morrison's, and they get their lunch that way. But I prefer bringing my own food, because I don't want to spend money on food which I've already got in the house. So yeah, let's be up there for like 10 minutes extra to eat my sandwich, and sometimes just catch up on any Teams messages that I may miss, and double check that there isn't been a room change, because I don't really want to go to my room, find out that I'm not in that room and panic where I am, or if they've cancelled the first bit of the lesson and we don't need to go back into like 1:45 or something like that. So yeah, anyway, so we had my class. My course tutor was taking us on today, because my person that does my game development course with us, because he's training to become a IT. So he does music, but he wants to do he wants to become full time because he's only a part-time tutor. But he wants to do two courses. So half of the week he does IT, and half of the other week he does music. Well, majority of the week, the rest of the week he does music. So maybe like 1 or 2 days in a week he'll do IT. So he wants to become. He wants to come off. He wants to transfer from part-time to full-time and become a full-time tutor, but he wants to do it that way, which my college allows you to do. So he's only been, at the moment, he's on like his trial, this year's his trial year for IT, to see if that is what he wants to do. He's only been doing one unit with us, and that's game development. But my other tutor, so he couldn't make it. That makes sense, like because he does other things, like he goes and does films. Help.
A significant light, just where he was needed, gleaming black as night, cloistered in injustice, dead. Nobody is losing. Faces merge and change, but your face remains the same. The swallows will be here by dawn, and when we're finally sober, they'll be gone. The trees will bloom and ice will melt. We'll always remember how it felt. Significant light, just what it was needed, gleamed in the blackest night, cloistered in injustice dead, and in the eyes of time, nobody is losing. The sparrows will be here by dawn. When we finally sober,